Insta360's smallest action camera just got a big upgrade. This is the Insta360 Go 3. And before I even get started on all of the new and improved specs and features of this camera, I want you guys to be able to see some sample footage from it, which is what you're looking at right now. And personally, I'm impressed. This shoots 2.7K videos at 30 FPS. The dynamic range is really good. You can see details in the shadows and the highlights. The colors are bright and vivid and accurate to real life, and the skin tones are nicely balanced. Just for a quick comparison, here it is side by side with the iPhone 13 Pro's rear-facing ultra-wide camera. And if you're not sure which one's which right now, comment below. I'm curious to see how many of you guessed this right. The Go 3 is on the right, and the iPhone 13 Pro is on the left. The stabilization is incredible. Even running at full speed with the camera shaking all around, the videos still look like they were shot with a gimbal. The upgrade in video quality is just the beginning because every aspect of this camera has leveled up from the previous generation. The charging case that they're now calling the Action Pod has a fully rotating touchscreen for viewing your shots and adjusting settings while filming yourself. The interface is really fast and responsive. The screen will even continue to show you a live preview of what the camera is seeing after you take the camera out of the Action Pod. If you want to operate the camera as a standalone device without the Action Pod, simply pressing the front of the camera will start video recording. You can also get a live preview and take complete control of the camera using your phone as well, so they've really given you all the options here. The heat distribution has been improved, so there's no limitations on max video length, with the camera battery lasting up to 45 minutes of shooting time and up to 170 minutes when paired with the Action Pod. There's 360-degree horizon leveling image stabilization when filming at 1440p and flow state stabilization when filming at 2.7K. The Action Pod is water resistant but not waterproof, so it cannot be submerged, but the camera itself is waterproof down to 16 feet. Here's what the audio quality sounds like on this camera, which has been improved. It has 2 microphones recording stereo audio, and this sounds pretty good. I would actually use this to record my videos. It has the same magnetic mounting system as the old Go 2, plus a completely new latching quick release system. The quick release mount is also magnetic and firmly snaps onto the bottom of the camera, but once it's connected, it won't disconnect until you press these 2 buttons to release the locking mechanism. And this can connect to the bottom of the Action Pod or the back of the camera. This same kind of locking mechanism is built into the Action Pod, so the camera will magnetically snap into place, but it won't disconnect until you press this button on the side to release it. There's also a bunch of new camera settings with time-lapse for shooting stationary time-lapse video. Time shift video can be shot while moving to create a hyperlapse. Slow motion video films 1080p resolution at 120 frames per second. Loop recording shoots continuous video, but only saves the last set amount of time, and you can choose between 1 and 30 minutes. There's also Starlapse mode, interval shooting, HDR photo, regular photo, pre-recording, and timed capture. This is actually the first camera I've ever seen that had a timed capture mode, so you can set a date, a time, and a video duration. If you wanted to capture an early morning sunrise, you could set the camera up the night before, and then at 6 o'clock in the morning, the camera will turn itself on, start recording, and then record for a set amount of time and turn back off. One of my favorite features of this camera is the free frame video mode that allows you to switch between landscape and portrait aspect ratios even after you've filmed the video. So you could film one piece of content, but then export it in 2 different formats, depending on whether you want to export to TikTok and Instagram or to YouTube. And you're not changing the field of view or losing any video quality, though this feature is limited to filming in 1440p. If you're filming in the regular video mode at 2.7K resolution, the aspect ratio will be permanently part of the video. You won't be able to change it in post. However, there is still the option to switch between landscape and portrait mode on the camera before you start recording the video. The camera is available in 3 different options, giving you the choice between 32, 64, and 128 gigabytes of internal storage. If you want one of these cameras, there'll be a link for it in the description below. I'm going to be making more videos about this camera, so stay tuned for those, and I'll see you in the next one.